When looking for an electric bike, it needs to have performance, style and power. But does the Super 73 tick all of those boxes, or is it all simply just hype and style? Let's get into it. So in this video, I am testing out the Super 73 S Adventure. I love using electric bikes, and this is going to be my long-term review on this bike, letting you know what it's been like over these last few months testing this. And also, Super 73 are widely known as like the best in terms of electric bikes, so I want to actually put that to the test. Now, as good as electric bikes are, a lot of them, they all look like a little bit odd, don't they? And you can spot a electric bike a mile away, but with Super 73, they have always focused on the actual styling. Ever seeing Casey using his all-around New York, I always wanted to get one, but I also wanted to see if they are actually worth it, or is it all just looks? And they've also got a huge sale on right now as well, so a fantastic time for picking up any of the Super 73 bikes. So if you like the bike I'm going to be showing you, or you want some more information, then go and have a look, because I've never seen a sale like this before. So onto this bike. This is the Super 73 S Adventure, and it's an all-terrain bike, so it's going to be built for on-road use, but also you can use it off-road as well, which I think is a great all-rounder. But before we actually talk about the advantages of that, let's talk about the range and performance, the biggest kind of question and anxiety that a lot of people get with electric bikes. But I'm going to show you why you really don't have to worry about anything to do with range. So on this bike, it actually comes with a 48 volt 20 amp battery, a single battery, and this battery gives you a range of 40 miles up to 70 miles on this one single battery. So if you're actually just pedaling along using the assist mode, you're going to get a 70-mile range. And if you're going at higher speeds, or you're going to be going off-road using that throttle, 40 miles. This is going to be more than enough, and I've never once had an issue with the actual range coming out of this battery. It is absolutely incredible, and I'll talk about this in a second of how this is even achievable. So if you're going to be using this bike for work, it's going to be perfect. You're going to have more than enough range for probably getting to work and getting back. If you need to, the battery detaches with the key. You can attach this back on when you need to, and then you can also charge it when you're at work as well. A full charge takes about 6 hours, so it's going to be more than enough. You could commute to work, charge it at work, and you've got a full battery for your way home. But with upwards of like a 70-mile range, I mean, how far are you commuting or using this bike? This battery fully charged is going to be more than enough. Now onto performance, and a really crucial part of this bike is the actual motor. So this has a 250 watt e-pack motor, which means this is going to be legal in the UK and the EU. Now if you're in countries like the US, you might not have this restriction, but in these countries here, you actually can only ride electric bikes on a road if you have a motor of 250 watts maximum. So any like other electric bikes you may see, like cheaper value, they've all generally got bigger motors on them, 750 watts, some of them 1000 watts, which means it's a massive risk if you actually get stopped using those bikes. But with this bike, it's a 250 watt motor, completely legal. Now onto speed, and this is going to be limited to 15.5 miles per hour, and this is going to be dependent on where you're living around the world. But Super 73 do have a really cool app that you can actually get, and this actually connects from the app to your bike via Bluetooth. Then once it's connected, you can actually see your speed, your range, your distance, how many miles you've done. You can also go into map, you can actually plot a route as well. But you can also go to the settings function and actually activate class 4 mode. This will enable off-road use, it will turn the throttle on, and also the max speed. And you can switch back between these modes whenever you want, but in class 4 you're going to achieve over 30 miles per hour. And this brings me on to the power. Sure, when you look at a Super 73, they look really cool, but what they have actually done with the power of this bike, it's like pure wizardry. So it has just a 250 watt motor to keep this completely street legal. But the power of this bike, it blows away every other electric bike I have ever used. It means getting up hills is a complete breeze with the pedal assist kicking in exactly when you need it. But it's also so good at those relaxing rides. Cruising around, the pedal assist kicks in exactly when you need it. And it's controlled. Sometimes you'll find with other electric bikes, you're pedaling and the motor kicks in, but it's kicking in too much and you actually end up going a bit too fast. You want for more of a slow, relaxed ride, and you can't achieve that perfect balance. With this, it matches your pedal strokes perfectly. The tuning on this bike is unlike anything else, so you can either go really fast on this, or you can have that more relaxed ride as well. Tuning, performance, power, absolutely 10 out of 10. Now we can't talk about this bike and not talk about the styling. So as I said at the start of the video, a lot of electric bikes, they do look pretty crap, don't they? But just look at this bike. It is a true work of art. Most of the time I just look at this bike and go, That is a good looking bike, and it certainly is. The amount of compliments I get, not me personally, but this bike, whenever I'm riding this, everyone will be like, wow, I love that bike, or that is such a cool bike. And it really is. I love the colour of this. So you can get in a few different colours, but the storm shadow, this camo look to it, I just think it looks absolutely fantastic. It's got Super 73 branding all over it, on the seats, on the frame. You have these really thick grizzly tyres. Now compared to the S2, I also like the seat on here. So the S2 Adventure, this gets a 2-up seat, making it a better and more comfortable ride, but you can also have a passenger on here, hence the name 2-up, so you can get 2 people on this bike. Now the battery is underneath as well, so it gives this sleeker look, and it also gives you more saddle room. Even the LED light on the front of it, just look at that, even that looks cool. The styling of this bike is incredible. I mean, go and have a look for an electric bike and find one that actually looks cooler, looks better than this. It's impossible. This video is sponsored by Motion Array, and you know, designing your own on-screen effects that I've been doing throughout this video, text, animations, pop-ups, they take so long, and I'm certainly not the best at it. That is why I use literally daily Motion Array. It has everything you need for a video creator. They've got thousands of on-screen effects, split screens, lower thirds, animations, titles. You can use literally everything on this website unlimited times on your videos. If I was actually creating everything myself, manually making every title and animation, I'll probably do like one video every 2 months. And they've also got stock footage. You can use any of these video clips on your video. They have music, sound effects, graphics, and photos. And they've also just introduced AI voiceovers. So if you like doing voiceovers, you can type in the text into this box and then choose from one of these professional, real voiceover artists. And they'll actually read out your voiceover for you, all done instantly. So if you want to go and have a look, you can go on the website and browse around for free. And then they also have a holiday sale on as well right now. But you're going to get an extra $50 off if you use my link, which is going to be at the top of the description. I highly recommend it. If you're a video creator, you need this website. Hence why a lot of other manufacturers are all trying to copy this style. Now comfort is a real key one here. Now it is a moped style bike and it doesn't have an adjustable saddle, but with it having this 2-up seat and the frame size, it is a pure genius combo. Let me explain. So the bike itself has a slightly smaller frame to other bikes and the seat height is 78 centimeters, which means it can accommodate riders of a huge range. So 155 centimeters up to 203 centimeters, which is going to be great news for smaller riders as well, because it has such a huge range of different heights it can accommodate. My partner, she's only 5'3", she can't actually use other electric bikes like the Engway M20 because it's just too big, but this has a massive range on it, so she can use this. I'm also 6 foot and I get a really comfortable ride because of this large saddle as well. So if I want to, I can actually sit a bit further back. Even on longer rides, my legs haven't got tired, unlike on other bikes where that ride position means that your knees are actually going too high up. This, because I can sit further back, it's perfect. So easily between that range of a smaller rider to a taller rider, this is spot on. But also a big bonus of this bike having that smaller frame is if you have a big boot or a trunk, it means you can actually fit this inside of your car. So I can take this on longer trips, I can use this in so many different locations because I'm not limited to just using it in my local area because it won't fit in my car. Now it does come with an 8-speed Shimano gears which work seamlessly, had no issues actually going through the gears, and you can actually get a bit of a workout when using this bike. If you wanted, you can use one of the higher gears when in assistance mode, or turn all the motors off and then you can actually just pedal it like a normal bike. And it is lighter. Now electric bikes are naturally heavy, they're much heavier than a normal non-electric bike, but because this has an aluminium frame, it is lighter than other electric bikes you can get. It weighs 33 kilograms and 28 kilograms without the battery, but for cruising the streets or even for me going off-road as well, I like to do, the comfort is super impressive. It's got front suspension and it has full hydraulic brakes and these fat tires, which makes for an overall ride. Now they do have other bikes as well. If you want to actually use mainly on-road use, you can get a different spec, and if you like to do just off-road, they also have the R Adventure as well, which comes with front and rear suspension. But I think this is a perfect all-rounder and a combination that I can use this on-road and also off-road. So what's my overall opinion of this bike? Well, Super 73s, they certainly are not cheap, but from using this bike, the Super 73 S2, and also about 10 other electric bikes from different manufacturers which share similar good design choices, they'll offer good range and also good value. When you sit on one of these bikes, you really can tell instantly that this is a premium product. From the moment this bike is shipped to you, unlike other electric bikes, you don't have to spend hours building it. It's like 90% built already. You literally just put the handlebars on and screw them in. That is it. Everything else is taken care of. And everything works spot on. There's no like annoying rattles or squeaks. All the gears are absolutely perfect. You can tell a huge part of this is the actual build quality. You are paying for a premium product. And when I first looked at Super 73s, my opinion was you're paying for that look and that styling. But from using this, it is so much more than that. The motors in assist mode kick in perfectly and match your leg strokes for this really comfortable, chilled ride. But then you also have the instant power and torque when you need it, getting away from junctions, going up hills, going off road and having loads of fun. This, I would say, it's much more than just style and looks. It's literally the Porsche of electric bikes. You are paying for the overall experience. You're not just paying for style and looks. This is what sets it apart from the cheaper, more affordable electric bikes. For me, it is simply the best electric bike that I've ever used. And since owning this bike, I've had literally zero issues with it. No problems with the brakes, no problems with the suspension, the gears, everything works spot on, just like you would expect for this price of a bike. But it's like buying a Leica camera. Sure, they're really, really expensive, but you're not paying it just for that badge or for the style of that Leica camera. You're paying for it because of the build quality. Now, as mentioned though at the start of this video, they also have a huge sale on, so you can get like upwards of over €1,000 or dollars off these bikes. So if you do want to actually pick one of these up, you're interested in any of them on the website, I think like literally every bike is discounted, so now would be a fantastic time to go and check them out. And I love using this bike for all my drone shots as well. The frame on this allows you to actually mount loads of different accessories if you want to. So I have my controller mounted to here, I have an action camera, so I'm going to be using this so much more. So if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you've got any questions on this bike, just let me know in the comments down below. I'll try my best to feed back to you all, and subscribe because I've got so many videos coming really soon. I hope you enjoyed this. This bike is so much fun. Highly, highly recommend. Literally 10 out of 10, apart from the price. But if you can get it on the offer like it is right now, then go for it. I really do recommend it. See you in the next one.